Hello, everybody. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth RV Living, Travel and Living. I forgot what I was doing. I was talking to my wife and me doing this at the same time. Anyway, say for instance you want to go camping overnight. Where can you stay for free? And I lived in an RV, as you guys know, and I boondocked for a year before I even started staying in a park. And the reason I did that is I banked money. It gave me availability to whatever my income was at that time. I banked the money, kept the money, and put it in the bank. And it saved me a lot of money in the long run because I didn't have to pay any kind of fees or anything. I didn't have to pay rent. You'd be surprised how much rent can save you. But you still had to eat, and you still had to do dumping stations and things like that. A lot of times you can use the restroom in a lot of places, but you can take a shower and you still dump your water at a dumping station and for refill. It's a simple thing. It's $10 or $15, depending on where you went. Where can you camp free overnight? Now, I made a deal with one of my guys, a friend of mine, one time owned an international RV resort there in Daytona Beach, and I asked him, I said, you got any property in the back I could stay? And I just paid a nominal fee. And so I just stayed back there in the back. And he said, don't cost you anything. So I did. I stayed back there for free for a month or two. And then it was time to leave because Bike Week was coming, and I ended up going to what they call BLM Land. Number one on this is BLM Land. There's, I'm going to say, about 12, 14 places here I'm going to tell you. So I went, BLM Land is, you just go on Bureau of Land Management, and you can actually find places online that you can stay for 2 weeks at a time. It can actually save you a lot of hassle in the long run by, and they have places, they have hookups. Some have hookups, and some don't have hookups, and some have hookups that you can hook up and you get power and things like that. And usually it's limited, but then again, too, you just pay a small fee. It's usually anywhere from $10 to $20 or nothing at all if you want a boondock. I was always a boondocker. If I got hot, I just turn on a generator. Big deal, right? And I think it would end up costing me anywhere about $3 to $5 depending, or $7 a day, because I had to have it at night. With me, I had to have it at night because I like a cool place to sleep. So I let it run all night. What difference does it make? Because it ran off my gas. I just made sure, and how I know it, I top off my tank, and I'd always bring 1 or 2 jugs of gas, and I'd just top it off when I get home. And I would do that. Not every day, because, I don't want to hassle that. But there was last, when I was running the last of it, I would just let it run and just fill it up later on. But airport, did you know these small airports, like a city or county airport, they have many places you can RV, you can park there. You can park there overnight. They're not going to necessarily worry about you or things like that. You can ask them, but you got to ask everybody you go to. What I suggest, no matter where you go, ask. Just don't go do it. Ask. Because you start doing it, it runs it for everybody else. Ask first. Malls, strip malls. You can stay at a mall parking lot out in the very back. Say, for instance, you're going from point A to point B, and you stop at a mall, and you could stay there 2 hours, 5 hours, or overnight. Just make sure you don't put your slides out, you don't break your chairs out, you don't break your carpet out like you're living there, because that's a no-no. You got to be smart about it. You don't want to be sneaky either. You want to make sure you ask security first, because they're going to come knocking on your door at 2 a.m. So you just need, is it okay for me to park here overnight? I'm tired, I want to sleep. Can I get 7, 8 hours, 10 hours sleep here? I'll leave first thing in the morning. You won't see me anymore. But a lot of restaurants, like some of the big ale houses, some of the big restaurants, you can actually park overnight. They don't mind. Texas Roadhouse, really great people. Cracker Barrel is another one. Really great people at Cracker Barrel. They even have lanes marked for RVers. Pull in there, you can stay overnight at no charge. But common sense tells you, if you're going to these places, the smartest thing to do is eat there, buy something there. If you're going to a restaurant, buy breakfast, buy dinner, eat something there, and show that you really appreciate the free, because it's about giving back, right? Or pay it forward. Forest forest in a lot of national parks, things like that. You can stay. Campgrounds. It's 2 weeks. You can stay at the campground at no charge. Sometimes they charge your fees, $10 to gain entry. Some have dumping stations you can dump, and it's $10 or $15 a dump. So you can do that. Like I said, Cracker Barrel's good. Love's Truck Stops. Love's Truck Stops started a new program where the RVers are welcome now. I love that chain. It's always treated me very well. They always pay their bills, and a really, really good group of guys there. Really good group. They're located strategically throughout the United States. There's quite a few of them in Florida. I would park my RV at Love's Truck Stops, ask them if I could stay there overnight. Of course, they say it's fine and no charge. But now they have it where you just go pay a fee, $30 a night or whatever, depends where, and you can have hookups. You have power and the whole 9 yards. I'm sure the power is going to cost you more. It may be the $30 plus the power, but whatever it is. You're staying there one night, you're staying there 2 nights. But I suggest you go in there, eat there, and have a good time there. Enjoy yourself there first before you start doing that. But they may have long-term stays. I don't know. I've not checked one out. I just know they started doing it recently, so that's something new. There's another site, go online, it's called Boondockers. And it's actually, there's 4,000 places that are throughout the United States, a little over 4,000 actually, that you can actually stay at someone's home. And some have hookups and some have power. So when you get there, you stay. They're normally RVers themselves, so they understand what it's like. Sometimes you get to meet some great people, and believe it or not, sometimes they cook food for you. I've never boondocked at a Boondockers, meaning someone's house. My friends have done it, so it's great. You can easily do that. It's like Coresite right now in Arizona. You stay there right now. I think 6 months is a nominal fee, $180, and you can stay there for the 6 months. And that's where a lot of guys go and they bank their money. And some stay there. Actually, it's 8 months, and they bank your money. You can bank your money there, and that's what a lot of people do. They bank their money and get to whatever income they got and just put it in a kitty, and it gives them the money to travel the rest of the year. Ideal. How can you beat it? A lot of people just do the 2 week, 2 week, 4 week, 2 week, 2 week, 4 week, and they're at 24 places a year. And they just do that. That's their life. So they stay there the 2 weeks. On toward the last of the second week, they know where they're going the next place, and the next place, next place. You can't come back to this place. You have to wait 6 months before you can come back to the one you originally started from. Some of the big 7-Elevens, the big superstores now, are allowing people to park their rigs out back. There are many 7-Elevens now that there was a couple there in Florida that I stayed at when I was boondocking, and said, no worries, you stay here. A couple times they said, why don't you stay a little longer? Because, develop a relationship with the manager, and they said, yeah, it's fine, it's not going to hurt anything. Because I'm on the back part of the property, you stay, but there's one I stayed a whole month. And I worked in the area, and so it worked out perfectly. Now, imagine this. I had an RV that I drove, and then I had my van. The hardest thing was when I was traveling around, what do I do with my van? And then how do I get to work, right? So I had a compadre. What he would do is I'd park my RV if I knew I'm staying there, and he'd come pick me up and go get my van, wherever it's at. Usually it's over here. I never really traveled no more than 30 miles. I always stayed in a 30-mile radius. I parked at city parks. City parks is a great place to park. He'd say, where you at now? I'll come pick you up. I pay his gas, go give him a meal for free, or give him a gift card out back. That's all he needed, man. Give him that once a month, and so on. But it was easy for me to do that, and I banked money. That's how I banked money so I could come here. Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot. Lowe's and Home Depot. They'll let you park. Lowe's lets you do it. Target will do it. Sears to do it if they're not really around anymore. But big plazas, big strip malls let you do it. A lot of them do it, like Millennium Mall. It's a big mall there in Orlando, Florida. It's a high-end mall. I would ask them, can I park my old rig out here? And they say, well, this thing is really old. It was 85. But the thing was beautiful, shiny, beautiful, because I painted it. It looked really good. It looked almost new. And they said, it's an 85. It looks like a 95, or 2000. But I would, and then they said, yeah, you can park it here. And I stayed at Millennium Mall for a while because I had to work out that way towards Kissimmee and this, that, and other. I called my buddy to come pick me up. Hey, can you get me my van? Yeah, here I'm coming. He said, why don't you just leave my van at my house? I said, all right, just leave it at your house. You just drive it out here, come pick me up, and I take you back home. It was hassle, but it worked out perfectly because I got to bank the money. What gave me the idea was I saw a guy, that's what he did. And I'd always see him at McDonald's. I'd always see him early in the morning at another place. And it's the same one because you got to know, because you're an RVer, you know the people that drive. So, hey, I know him. Hey, I know him. And so I would ask he said, I work at the city. He said, I am maintenance, and I'm at the city. Makes good money. He said, this is what I do. He gave me an idea. He says, I'll give you about 7 places you can stay at maintenance, and you could stay for like 3 or 4 weeks at a time. Nobody will say anything to you. I'll approve you, and that's how I got started in it. Amazing how life works. You take it and you're nice to someone will give it back to you. God bless everybody. Thank you for watching RV Travel and Living.